Well, hey, B, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Now let's have a quick chat. Today on the quick chat, we're going to talk about Kwame Brown, who happens to be a former NBA player, as well as Charlamagne the God and a few other people sprinkled up in the news, honey. So Kwame Brown has been on social media going in and lighting fire under anybody that gets in his way, okay? This all started when Matt Barnes and Gilbert Arenas decided to discuss Kwame Brown on their podcast that I believe is called All the Smoke. They're discussing Kwame. Kwame did not like it. He goes to his social media and he decides to go in and let have on the podcast, primarily Matt Barnes, I do believe. Matt Barnes then responded because obviously he wanted all of the smoke with Kwame. So they've had a few choice words, and then next thing you know, we see that this becomes a hot topic. So much of a hot topic that it makes its way all the way to the Breakfast Club. Now, while on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne decides to go in and let everyone know that he's familiar with Kwame Brown. He's not familiar with him actually, but more so his family. Now, Charlamagne decides to tell everybody, listen, y'all may want to back up off this young man because his family is crazy, and I'm willing to believe that the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Now, y'all know when y'all hear somebody say, oh, you crazy, or whatever, you know, back up off them. Y'all better leave that girl alone, that girl crazy. Y'all better leave that man alone, he crazy, right? When you hear that, it's like people took that as a compliment. Like, okay, if they tell them I'm crazy, then maybe they will back up off me because I am crazy. Because people be quick to say, don't try me, I'll do this or that to you, I'm crazy, right? It's like it's a compliment. Just like when I think about Will Smith and Ashley from The Fresh Prince. And she's just like, mind your business, that's all. Just mind your business, right? So it's like people take pride or something in being called crazy, okay? So I actually started to think, okay, he's kind of trying to defend this guy and his antics. Well, I was wrong. He goes forward to speak on why he believes what he believes about Kwame possibly being crazy. He talks about the family, how the dad may have murdered the girlfriend allegedly, how his brother committed a murder and suicide allegedly. He speaks on one of the sisters. He just goes in and talks about a lot of stuff that a lot of people are not familiar with about Kwame Brown. But when he was speaking on it, he spoke on it as though everybody really know about it. And I'm like, honey, I don't know anything about this story, honey. Who is this man? I don't even know Kwame. Had he not got into it with Matt Barnes and people wouldn't have blown it up, I still wouldn't know anything. Well, Charlamagne let us know a whole lot, so now I really know, okay? I really know who Kwame is. So after hearing everything that Charlamagne had to say about the family, including the fact that he went to school with some of Kwame's siblings. Now, with him saying all of that, Kwame did not like it at all, honey. Kwame took to social media and he went in on Charlamagne. When I tell you I was dang near in tears the way he was reading Charlamagne, it was so hilarious. He even went on to let him know, listen, I know you for who you really are, okay? I know all about your RAPE case. So he brings that conversation back up. He speaks on that situation like he'll expose him and all of that talk. So it was just a lot going on. He also goes on the next day to say, hey, Charlamagne sent me a cease and desist. Okay, but guess what? I'm gonna keep talking about it. I may denounce the fact that you are a RAPE-ist, okay? I may denounce that part, but here it is what it is. So it's funny that Kwame was like, he'll take that back, but that's all he continued to talk about while he was on the video. He goes in on Charlamagne even more and told Charlamagne that he's not gonna stop talking about him despite him sending the cease and desist. He said he's gonna get Charlamagne on discrimination. So if you wanna send your lawyers over here, I'm gonna send mine right back on defamation of character, not discrimination, but defamation of character is what he said. He gonna send his people over there at Charlamagne. He said also, just to let you know, since you know my sister is on your ass, okay? She's mad as hell about the things that you had to say. That's where we were with Kwame. Next thing we see is Charlamagne doing Donkey of the Day, and he decided to give Donkey of the Day to himself, acknowledging his faults when he spoke on Kwame and his family, and also letting us know that he did speak to some of the siblings and they did go in on him. And yeah, he felt bad for his actions and he wanted to, you know, apologize. And I can appreciate that, owning up to your mistakes and situations and apologizing for it. Now, I still think that Charlamagne knew exactly what he was doing when he did it. I even though it came off as though he was trying to like defend him, I still kind of feel like Charlamagne knew exactly what it was he was doing, what it was doing. Okay, when he was talking about this man's family, because Charlamagne is a person that talks about therapy. He knows right from wrong. He's talked about his books that he's written and how he's trying to be like a motivational whatever. So it's like, Charlamagne, you knew what you was doing when you up here speaking on this man's family and stuff, just talking about everything that's happened in his life that he may or may not know about. So I believe that Charlamagne was highly aware of that. But I also think after speaking to the sister, somebody he went to school with, I think that's probably something that changed his mind on like, you know what, you right, I'm wrong. He said he also spoke with his therapist. They also concluded that, yeah, you're wrong. But in addition to that, I think because he wanted to allow the RAPE stories to go away, I think that's another reason why he could have apologized, to kind of like sweep this under the rug and move forward. Maybe not solely that, but also people probably hopping in his comments and stuff made him realize like, yo, y'all right, I was completely wrong. Now, speaking of the RAPE allegations, after Kwame Brown went off, Funkmaster Flex thought that it would have been awesome for him to dig up old audio of the RAPE victim and put that out on display, all to make Charlamagne look bad. Now, it's like, why would you want to bring her back into this, okay? She's probably trying to move forward with her life, but you bringing audio back up, okay? Now, I do believe that, I believe the statute of limitations, or it's too far out for the case or anything, any charges to come against him due to this. I want to say that can't be it, because Bill Cosby still went to jail for things that he did in the past. So I feel like he could be charged at any moment for what he did, but maybe it could have been, what I'm also hearing is that the mom did not want her to testify. So I'm not sure where the girl is in the process, whether any charges will be brought back up against Charlamagne or anything, but that's where we are. Okay, it's kind of like if she is trying to move on with her life, then clearly she's not gonna be able to. It's a reset right now because they brought these allegations right back up. We definitely know that's something Charlamagne is trying to do, move forward with his life. But kid, do you ever? I've never been a rape victim, so I'm not really sure how that works. But I would assume that you really can't ever move forward because it's something that's always in the back of your mind. It's something that's gonna continue to affect you for the rest of your life, you know, in my opinion. But Funkmaster Flex, you know, he thought it was great for him to bring it up. And after Kwame also said what he said, who else is on Charlamagne's head? Kelvin Hunter. Yes, Wendy Williams' ex-husband. He goes on to put a post up and says, I see we back to Charlamagne's storytelling time. Salute to Kwame Brown. After all the talk, I think it's time to share some real scary truths about an individual y'all really still know nothing about. Baby, we don't know anything about you, for real, for real. But we know that you got some terrible ass, badass energy, because I can feel that one coming through the TV screen. But we're going to go ahead and read on. And definitely time to clear up the lies. Truth is powerful. Well, what's your truth? We want to know more about you, because we sure that Miss Girl you got on the side with the baby with wasn't the only woman. So what other truths do you have, okay? Have you stolen from people? Have you put anything in somebody's drink and she didn't even know it? Hey, Rick Ross, how you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and continue to read on. And there is only one true God. I regret the day I ever brought you around any of my people. Story time, the truth will blow your mind. Kelvin Hunter gives me the energy that he's a very controlling person. So when he was with Wendy, he probably, anybody that probably started to see him for who he is, whenever they got close to Wendy, he probably wanted to make sure he positioned it to where ties were severed and that he could continue to isolate her so he could continue to move how he wanted to move with her money. That's the energy that he's giving me. And I believe that maybe Charlamagne probably saw through him and he could have spoke up and tried to, you know, educate Wendy and help Wendy out, and Kelvin didn't like that. And here we are today where he's still trying to have his foot on Charlamagne's neck, but Charlamagne continues to be successful and more successful and more successful without Kelvin Hunter. Okay, so I don't know, obviously it sounds to me like, you know, Kevin, he a little hater or whatever. He still got his foot on Mr. Charlamagne's neck, but be mindful that when you're trying to pull things out of the closet for someone, other things may fall out on you. But we'll just see how this story is going to develop. But I would love to hear you all's thoughts about this situation. I had no issue with Kwame going in on anybody that brought him up in the conversation. Go off, go in. And that's exactly what he did. Highly entertaining. Okay, that's what I got from it. I wasn't mad at it at all. Funk Master Flex, we did not need you. You can go back, sit in the corner, and you can continue to play the same songs on rotation over and over, because I don't understand why y'all getting paid so much to play the same 10 songs. But if that's what you do, honey, get back over there in that corner and you do that. Kelvin, you need to go and figure out how you finna get your girl a deal like you did Wendy or something, or better yet, you need to go and worry about that new child that you got. Okay, you all the way over here worried about this. And just so you know, it don't matter what you say about Charlamagne, it's not gonna make us like you any more than what we do. And it don't matter how many members of Escape that you decide that you want to manage or anyone else, it's still not gonna make us like you more than what we do. Okay, but that's all I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram as well as Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.